Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening and a warm welcome to the national news telecast from Sri Lanka, Rupavahini, bringing you your top stories for tonight. I'm Sonal Paranitana.
And I'm Sutami Jaratna, and now let's take a look at today's headlines.
Special bus and train services for the people who visited their native places to return until the 19th this month. Sufficient stocks of fuel in the country up to the month of June. Lakisha Pereira crowned Rukirula Rupavahini Aurudu Kumariya, Sahan Sahasra Aurudu Kumara of the Year. A huge crowd at the Ru Aurudu with Avatar Kamburupitiya musical show. The Peace March with state patronage from 21st to 28th of this month in Sri Lanka. Former parliamentarian Chandana Katriyarachi taken into custody. Navy takes into custody a multi-day fishing vessel suspected to be carrying bags containing narcotics. Direct talks between Lebanese and Israeli leaders to establish peace in the Middle East.
Moving on to those stories and more in detail, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation says that the tanker carrying 36,700 metric tons of fuel arrived in the island yesterday.
The fuel stocks required for the mid of the month of June is available, according to the Managing Director of the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, Dr. Mayura Nethukumara. Managing Director of the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, Dr. Mayura Nethukumara said that a vessel carrying 37,300 metric tons of petrol 92 arrived in Sri Lanka yesterday and is currently being unloaded. He noted that with this arrival, the country has sufficient fuel reserves until the middle of June. He further explained that the primary challenge had been the difficulty in obtaining crude oil, but that issue has now been resolved. He announced that the first crude oil tanker since the start of the conflict is nearing Sri Lanka and is expected to arrive tomorrow with 97,500 metric tons. Additionally, another tanker is scheduled to arrive within the month. Dr. Nethukumara also mentioned that a WTI crude oil tanker is currently being loaded in the United States and is prepared to set sail for Sri Lanka today or tomorrow. He concluded that these developments would allow the Sapugaskanda refinery to operate continuously without interruption, creating a very favourable situation for the country.
Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says that the government will take measures to enhance the living conditions of the people. He further said that after attending a ceremony in Agalawatha that although the fuel prices were increased, the government had taken measures to grant relief to the general public by taking a higher portion of the price increase to itself. Mr. Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that in response to the fuel crisis triggered by the ongoing war situation, the government had allocated a relief package of 100 billion rupees. He added that further assistance would be provided depending on the future economic conditions, particularly to support electricity, fuel and other essential subsidies. He noted that this crisis was global, pointing out that many countries were facing fuel queues and frequent price hikes several times a week. However, he said the government was managing the situation in a way that would allow citizens to remain hopeful and gradually rebuild their economies. The minister further explained that efforts were underway to ensure a continuous supply of fuel and electricity, while acknowledging that some price increase might be necessary due to fluctuations in the global market. He emphasizes that the Treasury would absorb part of the burden rather than passing the full cost onto the public. He also mentioned that companies in the fuel sector would share a portion of the cost to help to maintain stability. He concluded by stating that the government aimed to ease these burdens as quickly as possible once the war situation subsides.
The Colombo district former parliamentarian Chandana Katriyarachi was taken into custody today, along with live cartridges, several firearms and a hand grenade by the Colombo Crimes Division. The Colombo Crimes Division had received information stating that a stock of firearms were available at the Mampe Vavanawatha Road, Piliyantala, residence of the former parliamentarian. Accordingly, as per a search warrant obtained from Casbah Court, the residence was searched. Police took into custody foreign-manufactured live hand grenade, 2 magazines of T56 firearm, 221 live T56 cartridges, 103 22mm cartridges, 131 live cartridges of 84S make, and a 12-bore firearm. Later, the officials of Bomb Disposal Division of Police Special Task Force headquarters were called to search the residence and the location. The Ru Kirula 2026 with Misumi Rupavahini Aurudu Kumariya title was won by Lakisha Pereira, while Sahan Sahasra was crowned as this year's Aurudu Kumara.
The grand finale of Ru Kirula 2026 was held yesterday at the Studio 3 Rupavahini.
Over 10,000 applications were received from across the country for this year's Ru Kirula. In the first phase, 100 contestants were selected among 1,000 applicants for the Aurudu Kumara title. Subsequently, 12 of them competed in the grand finale. For the Aurudu Kumariya title, 100 contestants were selected for the first round from among 1,500 applicants, and 12 beauties participated in the grand finale.
හිමිකම් කියනා මල් මද බිසවුන්නාවා.
The winners were selected by a distinguished panel of judges. The panel included modelling choreography director Roshni Dias, veteran dancer Dr. Chandana Wickramasinghe, popular actress Udari Perera, popular actress Chulakshi Ranatunga, popular actor Mega Surya-Arachchi, Nature Secret sales manager Ruwan Wickramarachchi, and CIB Holdings chief marketing officer Samantha Perera.
පිපෙනා මල්දම් සුවඳට රබන් සුරල් හඬ මට ඇසෙනා. අවුරුදු කුමරී අවුරුදු කුමරා සමගින් රූ ඡායාමවනා.
රු කිරුලක හිමිකම් ලබනා සඳවත වත්සුණු රන්දලනා. මන්මත් කරනා රන් හසරැල්ලේ රූ මරක චාමර සැලුනා.
දුරංග පාලා ඇමුල්ලනාලා නාන්න යන සැටි පලන්න.
The Ru Kirula 2026 with Misumi, Rupavahini Aurudu Kumara and Kumariya competition also featured several subcategories. Sahan Sahasra was selected as the Vision Kia Handsome Prince. Parami Kodagoda was crowned as the Vision Kia Netra Kalyani. Lakisha Pereira was selected as the Misumi Chavi Kalyani. Takshila Sandaruvi won the title for the best figure. Most talented prince was Kavindu Rashmika. Lakisha Pereira was chosen as the most talented princess. Sanket Heshan was selected as the CIB Seya Kumara. Netmi Purnima won the CIB Seya Kumariya title. Shashikala Devmini was crowned as the Edinburgh Kesha Kalyani. Subcategories for the most popular prince and princess were also held, sponsored by Dinamina and Taruni newspapers. Hiruni Natasha won the Taruni Most Popular Princess title, while Senoko Dilman was selected as the Dinamina Most Popular Prince. Madhushan Veeraratna won the title of the Ru Kirula 2026 with Misumi TV Most Popular Aurudu Kumara. Lucky Shapera was crowned as the most popular Aurudu Kumariya. Sanket Theshan won the third place in the Rukirula 2026 with Misumi Rupavahini Aurudu Kumara category. Third place for the Aurudu Kumariya was awarded to Hiruni Natasha. Hesar Dulsat won the second place of the Rukirula 2026 with Misumi TV Aurudu Kumara. Shashikala Devmini was crowned as the second place winner for Aurudu Kumariya. Sahan Sahasra was crowned as the Rukirula 2026 with Misumi Rupavahini Aurudu Kumara.
Angka haya Sahan Sahasra.
Lucky Shapera was crowned as the Rukirula 2026 with Misumi Rupavahini Aurudu Kumariya.
ඔබාතරින් ජයග්‍රහණය කරගන්නේ අංක 6 ලකීෂා පෙරේරා.
Deputy Minister of Mass Media Dr. Kaushal Ariratna, Chairman of SLRC Gihan De Silva, sponsors and the senior management of the Rupavahini Corporation were among those in the attendance.
And while we congratulate all the winners from the competition, the musical show Ru Aurudu with Avatar, organized by the National Television, was held on a grand scale last night at Kambarupitiya Narandenia National School grounds. Siri Lakapidi Aurudu Siri National Television New Year Festival was successfully held throughout the day yesterday at Kambarupitiya Narandenia National School grounds. Later, the musical show commenced with the participation of a number of popular artists of the country. Shashika Nisansala, Nilan Hettiarachi, Ravi Royster, Hana Shafa and Centigrades, along with the other singers, joined the show. Dancers were provided by the Sparrows Dance contingent. A huge crowd was present to witness the musical show at Narandenia National School grounds.
A Sri Lanka-Indonesian Navy Friendship Parade and Marching Band display was jointly performed by the Sri Lanka Navy and cadets of Indonesian Navy as a part of the goodwill visit of the Indonesian Navy training ship Kri Bimasuci today.
This special joint performance showcased precision, discipline, musical excellence and dynamic formations reflecting the professionalism and strong esprit de corps of both navies. The parade featured approximately 140 personnel consisting of 79 Indonesian Naval Academy cadets, 15 training staff and 46 crew members of the Kri Bimasuci. In addition, cultural and traditional elements of the Indonesian Navy presented 46 personnel, including performances of Breo, Rama and Sinta, Saman dance, Rampaging Dang, Gangdrung and Pushpanjali and Bo dance alongside the Purvaksara formation, adding a vibrant cultural dimension to the parade.
For the glory of the nation and state.
The event highlighted the strong friendship, mutual respect and equal partnership between Sri Lanka and Indonesia as both navies proudly marched side by side in unity. The arrival of Kribi Masuki in Colombo on 15th of April marks an important milestone in Indonesia and Sri Lanka maritime relations.
We'll be back with more local news after a short break.
Hot and spicy අවුරුදු fun. Prima Company. Fun tamai.
Unlock the full potential of your dollars with a Ceylon personal foreign currency account and enjoy exclusive benefits.
Hot and spicy අවුරුදු fun. Prima Company. Fun tamai.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Going on to more local news, a special bus service has been conducted to enable the general public who had gone outstation for the new year to return.
The Director General of the National Transport Commission, Sherin Atukorala, has expressed opinion in this regard at a media briefing. Director of the National Transport Commission, Sherin Atukorala, stated that all arrangements have been made to provide the necessary transport facilities for people returning to Colombo. She further mentioned that since a large number of passengers have travelled to areas like Monaragala, Padulla, Hatton, Galle and Matara, transport services have been organised from those main terminals as well as all other terminals to facilitate people returning to Colombo and other congested areas. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Sajiva Kanakaratna, has arrived at the Matara main bus stand today to look into the comforts of the passengers. Chairman of the SLTB, Sajiva Kanakaratna, stated that buses are being operated from every divisional secretariat to facilitate people returning to Colombo. He mentioned that despite limited facilities, arrangements have been made to operate buses 24 hours a day from morning till night. Asanka Samarasinghe, Transport Administrator of the Sri Lanka Railways Department, stated that office trains are scheduled to operate as usual during the mornings and evenings of today and tomorrow. He further mentioned that trains will run without any cancellations on the 18th and 19th and that special train services have been arranged to operate from Matara on the 19th. The general public who left Falls stations are returning to the Fort Railway Station, Central Bus Stand and Makumra Multimodal Transport Centre since this morning. Director General of the Road Development Authority, Engineer Anuradha Hettiarachchi, says income from the highways has increased during the New Year period. Engineer Anuradha Hettiarachchi, Director General of the Road Development Authority, stated that 749,805 vehicles had travelled on the expressways between April 10th and 15th, generating an income of 281.77 million rupees. He further mentioned that no serious road accidents had been reported and expressed his expectation that this trend would continue until the 20th of April.
The Face of Sri Lanka organization in Stuttgart, Germany recently hosted a vibrant celebration of the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, fostering cultural unity within the European region. The event served as a significant platform to showcase traditional Sri Lankan heritage to a diverse international audience. According to the report from Germany, the festivities held on the 11th of this month successfully brought together a community of over 200 participants, including Sri Lankans and German nationals. Spanning from morning until evening, the celebration featured traditional customs and communal activities designed to highlight the spirit of harmony and the richness of Sri Lankan traditions.
Internationally popular Walk for Peace Walk is scheduled to be conducted in Sri Lanka from the 21st to the 28th of this month with state sponsorship. A sapling of the sacred Jai Sri Mahabodhi of Anuradhapura is also expected to be carried in procession in the Peace Walk. The event will be attended by the Mahasangha, including Venerable Panyasara Thera. Among the institutions extending support to the Peace Walk are the Presidential Secretariat, Clean Sri Lanka Programme, the Ministry of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, the Ministry of Public Administration, Provincial Councils and Local Government, the 3 armed forces, the police, National Design Centre and many other government and private institutions. A demonstration of the Buddhist heritage and traditional arts and crafts of Sri Lanka is also scheduled to be highlighted during the Peace Walk.
A stock of stacks suspected to have been used in packaging narcotics was detected in a multi-day fishing craft travelling in southern deep sea belt. The Navy says that the craft is being brought to the shores. The raid was conducted by the long-distance operation carried out by the Sri Lankan Navy vessels. 4 suspects were also apprehended. The Navy says that the craft with stock of stacks is to be subjected to further investigations.
$75,900 foreign cigarettes have been taken into custody by the customs at Karunayaka International Airport. The Customs Narcotic Control Division says that 6 foreign nationals who brought the cigarettes have also been taken into custody. Value of the stock of cigarettes exceeds 10.13 million rupees. According to the customs, they have been taken into custody during inspections conducted on 3 occasions in the early morning today. Further investigations are being conducted. 9 foreign nationals who arrived in the country to commit computer financial crimes have been taken into custody by the customs officials at the Karunayaka International Airport. 383 mobile phones, 101 tablet computers and 6 Wi-Fi routers have also been recovered from their possession.
Large groups of local and foreign tourists are reported to be arriving at the Sundara Nuwareliya Salalihini Vasanthaya festival. Following the conclusion of the Sinhala and Hindu New Year, the city of Nuwareliya remains crowded with both local and foreign tourists enjoying the holiday season. The 2026 Spring Festival, organized by the National TV and the Nuwareliya Municipal Council, continues to draw large crowds, and various attractions such as boat tours, horse rides and helicopter excursions remain popular among visitors. Tourists currently in the city reports having a wonderful time with their families after the traditional New Year celebrations. Both local travelers and international visitors note that this year's festival is a major success and encourage others to experience the beauty of the hill country.
A stock of sacks suspected to have been used in packaging narcotics was detected in a multi-day fishing craft traveling in the southern deep sea belt. The Navy says that the craft is being brought to the shores. The raid was conducted by the long-distance operations carried out by the Sri Lanka Navy vessels. 4 suspects were also apprehended. The Navy says the craft with the stock of sacks is to be subjected to further investigations. Keeping alongside the Aurudu traditions, anointing of oil on the heads of elephants at the Naval Elephant Orphanage was conducted as an anointing ritual according to the Sinhala Aurudu Nakat yesterday. Anointing of elephants was conducted in a majestic manner amidst the chanting of Seth Pirit by the Mahasangha. The elephants were fed with a specially made kiripat after the anointing ceremony. Minister Dhammika Bhattabendi has presided over the event. Chandana Rajapaksa, Director General of the National Zoological Department, stated that the next segment would focus on external conservation while maintaining a protected population of elephants. He explained that special attention was being given to ensuring a high level of welfare for the elephants throughout the process. Minister Dhammika Bhattabendi said that the intention was to highlight the need for environmental protection and conservation of elephants in Sri Lanka, as well as the safety of wildlife in general. He noted that the head oil anointing festival had been planned as an occasion to emphasize this conservation need. He further stated that there were plans to develop the location into an elephant breeding center and to improve the Naval Elephant Orphanage from the perspective.
Taking a look at today's stock market update, the Colombo Stock Exchange ended today's trading positively. The all-share price index closed at 22,588.97 after rising by 327.49 points, which represents a 1.47% change. The S&P SL20 index closed at 6,230.76, up by 55.77 points and 0.90%. Total market capitalization at the close of the trading stood at 8.127 trillion rupees. Market turnover for the day amounted to 4.96 billion rupees with 242.71 million shares traded.
And moving on with the weather update for tonight, showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western, Sabarakamuwa, southern and Nuva provinces and in Kandy and Nuwara districts. Mainly dry weather will prevail over the other parts of the island. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in central, Sabarakamuwa, north central and Nuva provinces and in Galle, Matara and Kurunegala districts. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers.
Unlock the full potential of your dollars with a Ceylon personal foreign currency account and enjoy exclusive benefits.
And in your foreign news for tonight, US President Donald Trump has announced that the leaders of Lebanon and Israel will hold direct talks today for the first time in more than 3 decades.
The president confirmed this in a special statement shared on his official social media account.
Foreign media reports that this diplomatic engagement is expected to mark a decisive turning point in efforts to establish peace in the Middle East. The primary objective of the talks is said to be ending the conflict between Hezbollah and Israel. This marks the first high-level diplomatic meeting between Israel and Lebanon since 1993, with both sides agreeing on initial steps required to launch direct negotiations. Reports indicate that the dialogue is being facilitated through US mediation to ensure regional stability. The main goal is to bring an end to a prolonged cycle of conflict that intensified following the attacks carried out by Hamas in October 2023 and to restore stability in the region. Foreign media further note that these decisions could have paved the way for rebuilding diplomatic relations after more than a year of sustained hostilities. Preliminary diplomatic level discussions between the two countries were also held earlier this week, and there is growing confidence that today's leadership level meeting will further strengthen regional stability. President Trump has also pointed out that emerging diplomatic engagement between Lebanon and Israel after more than 3 decades has drawn significant international attention. Meanwhile, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Baghaei stated that Iran continues to exchange messages with the United States through Pakistani intermediaries, although no date has yet been set for the next round of talks. He emphasized that Iran will not engage in negotiations under imposed conditions. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated that Israel is prepared to face any situation arising from ongoing tensions involving Lebanon and Iran. In a special video statement, he said Israeli forces have reached the final phase of operations to disseminate a major Hezbollah stronghold in the Bin Jabal area of the southern Lebanon. He further confirmed that instructions have been issued to expand security zones to ensure regional safety. The Israeli Prime Minister also noted that military operations are continuing, with southern Lebanon security zone being extended eastward. At the same time, Iranian parliamentary speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf stressed in a separate statement that the United States must play an essential role in agreeing to ceasefire arrangements concerning Lebanon. He further stated that the possibility of implementing a comprehensive ceasefire in Lebanon largely depends on the commitment of Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran. In a statement posted on his official X account, the speaker emphasized that the United States must reconsider its stance in order to achieve regional peace. In a related development, a high-level Pakistan delegation has arrived in Iran with the aim of initiating a new round of talks between the United States and Iran. This diplomatic effort comes just a week before expiration of current temporary ceasefire. Plans are underway to coordinate a second round of negotiations between the parties. Previous discussions held in Islamabad concluded without agreement. Reports indicate that Pakistan's primary objective is to reach a viable solution to end the ongoing conflict. Pakistan delegation is expected to hold discussions with the Iranian authorities on extending the ceasefire, which is set to expire next Tuesday, and on establishing border regional peace. Political analysts note that this intervention presents a significant opportunity to resolve the ongoing Middle East crisis.
Moving on with sports news for tonight as well, Sri Lankan badminton player Nadisha Gayanthi, who won a gold and a silver medal at the 108th All-England Senior Badminton Championship tournament, arrived in the island in the morning yesterday from the Katunaika International Airport. The tournament was held in London, England from the 10th to the 12th of this month, with the participation of 400 badminton players from 25 countries. Sri Lankan badminton player Nadisha Gayanthi won the gold medal in the over 40 age group singles event. In the same tournament, she also won the silver medal in the mixed doubles event. And with that, we sum up the national news telecast for you tonight. Join us same time, same place tomorrow as well. Signing off, it's me, Sunal, alongside Sithami. Have a very good night.